If you grew up around Chicago in the 1980s and the early 90s, you were well acquainted with a clown named Bozo, the world's most famous clown. Well, I'm pretty sure Ronald took that spot a long time ago. If you watched Bozo back then you knew the format of his show. 2 or 3 sketches, a game, a cartoon, the grand prize game, a Bozo cartoon, and the grand march. But at Christmas time, the Bozo Show did something different. They aired 3 different Christmas cartoons to celebrate the holidays. 3 different old Christmas cartoons. They may have been old, but they were charming. Hard Rock Coco and Joe was a stop-motion cartoon based off of the song Hard Rock Coco and Joe, the 3 Little Dwarves, that was written by Stuart Hamblin. At one point, the song was sung by Gene Autry. It's cute and makes you feel good on a snowy December day. It feels like Christmas. The stop motion is kinda creepy at times, and we have to talk about Santa. First off, the animator is Wang Chang, who was a Chinese animated designer, sculptor, and artist. He was known for the props in Planet of the Apes, the headdress that was worn by Elizabeth Taylor that was featured in the film Cleopatra, and the designs for the tricorders and the communicators for the original Star Trek series. So why is this important to the Santa in this special? Wang Chang designed Santa's face to look like his. The song tells a story of 3 dwarves, Hard Rock the driver, Coco the navigator, and Joe the tag-along, as they join Santa on his flights on Christmas Eve. There are some humorous visuals in this special too. It's a shame this song didn't become a classic. Susie Snowflake. Much like Hard Rock Coco and Joe, it's really too bad this song didn't become a classic. It's in the same vein as Rudolph and Frosty. So, Susie Snowflake is a little snowflake that comes down from the sky and dances around, much like a real snowflake. Again, this was animated by Wang Chang. While the animation isn't much, it does give a good air of fun to it. Speaking of classic Christmas songs, Frosty the Snowman. Now we are all familiar with the Rankin Bass special of this song. It's a classic. This version is actually animated by the same studio that did the classic cartoon Gerald McBoing Boing, and it shows. The animation is quite limited, but boy is it a lot of fun. Now you're not going to get much out of a song about Frosty, plot-wise. So the whole cartoon is just basically following what the lyrics say in the song. But at least Frosty looks like a snowman and doesn't talk. Now I'm going to talk about a cartoon that wasn't shown on the Bozo Show, but it deserves to be talked about and deserves to be seen. Let's talk about one more lost classic that is overshadowed by its Rankin Bass predecessor. That is the 1948 theatrical short Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer by Max Fleischer. If you don't know who Max Fleischer is, I'll toss a few cartoon names at you. Betty Boop, Popeye the Sailor Man, and Superman. That is who Max Fleischer is. That's right, Rudy was originally a book that came out in 1939. And this cartoon was based off of that book. No discouraging Santa or Father. No Yukon Cornelius or Hermie the Elf. No Bumble or Island of Misfits toys. Is this show better? Animation-wise, yes. Let's face it, Rankin Bass's animation has never been stellar, with the exception of Thundercats and a few others. I think the original cartoon is more uplifting than the stop-motion one, and a little more emotional too. I like them both, but I think the Fleischer one needs more attention than the Rankin Bass one. And I would love to see a remake that encompasses both this movie and the Rankin Bass one. Now, when I say these cartoons are rare, I don't mean that exactly. I mean, they're not well known. These cartoons are on the internet. They're not rare anymore. Once anything is on the internet, it's pretty much common. These 4 specials may be old. They may have limited animation. They may not have aged well. And they may have been overshadowed by something of the same name. Does this mean that they're bad? No. Does this mean they should be forgotten? Absolutely not. But this does mean they need to be preserved and to be enjoyed. That's the point of cartoons. That's the point of books. That's the point of anything that involves playing, entertainment, anything that you view as fun. Sure, they seem archaic at times, but I enjoy them. And that's why I'm passing these 4 specials on to you, so that you enjoy them. And hopefully you'll pass these on to someone else. These cartoons are just a simple reminder, if something is old, they still should not be forgotten. I'm Toonamp. Thanks for watching.
If you wanna make us know
While I was recording this video, WWE's Twitter page posted this photo, and then I posted this caption underneath. WWE superstar Nia Jax retweeted my caption, and you know when a celebrity retweets something, all hell breaks loose. So the following is what happened when she retweeted that while I was recording lines for this video. Enjoy. Awesome. Okay. Oh dear. Okay, we done? Let's talk about one more lost classic that is overshadowed by its Rankin Bass predecessor. All right.